G'day traders, good morning, happy Monday. It's Jimmy Trades here, back for another week. Hope your weekend was stellar. I had a great weekend. Had an Oktoberfest function I went to on Saturday, which was amazing, and then spent the day hanging out with my boy yesterday. We watched some race car, what we call supercars in Australia. It's probably the biggest race on our calendar yesterday, so we caught some of that action. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. What did you get up to? Let me know in the comments. Also, remember, if it's your first time here, please sub to the channel. Please like the video and turn on that notification bell. All right, we're going to start off with mentioning Ascetic Capital. Ascetic Capital is launching after a couple of little delays, a couple of little hiccups with some back-end stuff. We're finally launching on Thursday, so stay tuned for that. Really looking forward to that to happen on Thursday. I will be running some giveaways alongside that to coincide with the launch, so keep an eye out for that. It'll be targeted for Forex guys initially. The futures part of the platform is coming a little bit later on, possibly I think as early as mid-November or thereabouts. So the giveaways will be Forex giveaways, but nonetheless, sure some people will get some great value out of those. So stay tuned for that. Also wanted to just quickly run over Friday's price action. And just something that I possibly overlooked that might have given us a better idea or better indication of the price action that we ended up having. And we'll start over on the calendar. So let's move over there. And I'll just point out that it is a bank holiday today, so I'm not anticipating anything too exciting. I will likely not be trading today. It's a no trade day with the bank holiday. So I will probably still watch price action as I am addicted to the charts, but needless to say, I will likely not be taking a trade. One thing I'll point out is when you're looking at the calendar, and what I have started to implement when I do my weekly outlook, one of the first things I do is look at the calendar. And I'll go through and I'll turn on all these filters, all these folders, just to see what we have in store for the week. Because if I don't have that filter turned on, and I just have the red folder news, which is what I usually look at, we wouldn't see that it's a bank holiday. So unless you're in the States, for example, you might not be aware that it is a bank holiday. So just keep that in mind. You know, throw these folder filters on when you do your weekly outlook, and you'll catch some of those news events that you wouldn't normally see. Particularly, it's actually quite an important one, being a bank holiday. So something to keep in mind. So it's a pretty quiet week on the news front. No news Monday, no news Tuesday, no news Wednesday. So low probability today, medium probability Tuesday, Wednesday. Looking at Thursday and Friday to be our better days. Obviously, Thursday has the news, and then Friday's the day following news. So hopefully we have some volatility brought into the market on those 2 days. So being patient as always, just looking for those A+ setups as we move through the week. All right, let's move over to the charts. So the first thing I wanted to look at was, we're looking at a weekly profile of a classic buy week. On Tuesday, low of the week, which is what we had. And then expansion through Thursday, and then TGIF, so a retracement back into the range. Now, coming into AM session, if we draw out the range here, this was something that I didn't consider, was that price had already pulled back into the 20 to 30% of the range. Even on Thursday, we'd already come back into this range. So with this move Friday morning coming down back into the range, that was an area where we could have been saying, because obviously I had a bearish bias going into Friday. I was looking at Thursday being the high of the week, which we did end up having Thursday high of the week on NQ. But on ES tore higher, and we had all new all-time highs. So this is just something that I wanted to raise, is that we did come back into the 20 to 30% of the range, of the weekly range, coming into that New York Open. So looking at that, we could have anticipated price to move higher off of that. So just one of those times where, you know, we didn't quite get it right Friday, and that's okay. I don't remember there being an opportunity in the AM session. Correct me if I'm wrong though, leave a comment below. But needless to say, just something to keep in mind moving forward. All right, let's have a look at today. All right. So just looking for how prices reacted here to this bullish order block. You can see we had reaction to that level. Also see that Friday's candle was an inside bar candle, and so far today's candle is also an inside bar. So there is potential here that if we do creep higher through open, that we may even sweep these highs and then look for a retracement. I'm going to bring up ES as well, because I think we have an SMT. Well, I know we have an SMT there. So we have SMT at the highs. So it's a bearish SMT. ES made a higher high. NQ did not, made a lower high. So that's from Thursday the 26th of September through to Friday, the 11th of October. And there's also an SMT between the 2 days here, so Thursday and Friday as well. You see a small volume imbalance here on ES. So with ES, I might as well look at both of these together at the moment because they are both on the screen right now, but we sort of have this idea of, you know, the trend is your friend. So we are trending higher. We also have NQ was indifferent to ES. Okay, so we see that ES made higher highs and NQ did not. So they've been acting a little bit differently. So they're not correlated in the usual way that we see correlation. You can see that by the Friday candle being a bearish close for NQ and a bullish close for ES, and quite a decisive one at that. With the bank holiday today as well, not anticipating that volatility we normally get. I'd actually probably sit neutral on both today. Both assets, I'll be positioning myself neutral As I say, I'm not looking to enter the market today in any case. I'd rather see today play out with the bank holiday and prepare myself for a potential opportunity on Tuesday. But if I was to say, I'd like to see something play out like this. You take the high here from Friday and look for retracement. If we look down to the hourly, we can move away from the two charts now. And we see just NQ has been in a range. Okay, we're just ranging here. So we can use that to our advantage, as we talked about before, where we can look to position ourselves from the extreme of the range back to equilibrium. Okay, but at this stage, we are just sitting in this range, just chopping back and forth. Obviously, with the inside bar, we can see that, you know, the highs from Friday and the low from Friday didn't take Thursday's high or low, and you can see that here. So we're just chopping away. And did we ever reach that -4 expansion? So we haven't quite reached that -4. And when we close above the -2.5, we can anticipate price to reach the -4. So we have potential for that to happen here, and that may coincide with the idea. If we do move higher, then we might see that retracement. We might get that manipulation leg here, where we can look for potential entry for a unicorn back into the range. All right, let's have a look at ES. So we did see ES break out of that range that it was in. And then it has retested that range and found support. We see that here. So we'll be looking for price to at least reach higher. It's very close to this level now in any case. And if we reach this level here, then we can potentially see a retracement, because I'm pretty sure ES did reach the -4. Again, that's very close too. So we'll mark that out and see if price reacts to that level. Let's jump over to oil. So we remember seeing oil bounce off this order block, also respected this bullish FEG here. So I'll be watching to see if price, when it comes back down to this level, let's turn that off. If it retraces back into this FEG, will it respect the FEG and the 50% of this wick being Thursday? Sorry, that's the Wednesday wick. And if we do respect this FEG, then we can continue to look for bullish price action. We also have this gap, and we know gaps love to be filled. So potential here to see this sort of move today. So still working off the most recent information, working from this bullish FEG. I will remain bullish on oil and see if we get this retracement with a bounce back out. Let's move down to the hourly. I did like how these projections played out. We had this -1 reach, but we do get a retracement here. I like that the -2 is aligned with this high that we're looking for. Do have all this low resistance liquidity through here. So we're watching to see if price is able to, once it reaches lower, if it does continue to reach lower, then does it respect this change in the state of delivery? It's already starting to reach lower here as we speak. So can price hold this level? Will it be respected? We'll just have to wait and see. Obviously there is this gap here, so I'll be looking for that as an area of interest. So even if price does come lower, I'd be happy to see, you know, some sort of respect of this order block or this change in the state of delivery, and potentially look for position back towards our point of interest. Let's move over to Euro futures. A fairly indecisive day here on Friday. We're moving from this internal level aligned with this swing low. So definitely a bullish bias here. Friday very indecisive, didn't do a lot. We see price respecting this 50% level of Thursday's wick. So I'd still be looking for bullish price action here. We have a bearish FEG that's set up here. So let's see what price does as it pushes higher here. If it has a willingness to move higher, does it also have a willingness to push back through this bearish FEG and give us that bullish price action we were looking for, because we were targeting this level here. Dropping down to the hourly. So I was looking at this level for a change in the state of delivery. It may actually be holding here. So looking for that. We have the displacement here. This is the first moment in time we get a change in trend. Price is just chopped through. It did dip below, but it seems to be coming back and holding. So this is the level here that for me is of most interest. Can we hold support here and continue to push higher? We have this low resistance liquidity or smooth edges through here as a draw on liquidity as well. So that would make sense for price to reach for this level here. All right, jumping over to gold. Still got our markings from Friday, so same idea playing out here. You can see gold dipped down today. 50% of the candle body from Friday, we can see it's come right down to that level and it's pushed higher. So anticipating price to continue in an upwards direction. Let's have a look at the hourly. This level here stands out for me. Then essentially we have relative equal highs here aligned with the -2 standard deviation. So that'll be our first target area. Got a balanced price range here with a IFVG. So if we dip lower, then I'd be anticipating price to respect this level for a move higher. Or we may just see price continuing to push higher here. Went over to Dixie. Oh, I really hate seeing candles like that. Dixie loves to do this. So we reached this external level. We have another here. I'd like to say this order block supported price. I guess it did in some regards, even though it's closed below here, because on open price opened up straight away. It gapped up straight up to here. So I'm going to look for price to continue upwards. See if we get price to reach again for this high here, potentially this level. We may not get too much action today though, obviously remembering it's a bank holiday. So okay, so GBP pushed up a little bit on Friday. Still anticipating price to reach lower here. I'm still liking this level for price to reach for. We've continued this bearish momentum. Even though we had a bullish candle Friday, it didn't displace higher. Interesting to note that today's price has already taken Friday's low, so just keeping an eye on that. Let's have a look at the hourly. If we see this trend is still in play, so the idea of the trend is your friend until the end of the trend. The potential change in the state of delivery here that has been respected. So we see that this leg took liquidity. We have displacement as we push back past this level, and price has chopped around. So we'll see if price can break lower or if it does indeed respect this level and continue higher. We can see here with respect to this bullish FEG on the hourly. And we're just in a little bit of a tight range at the moment. So price is undecided in which direction it wants to head right now. So I'd be just working with the trend as your friend until we actually do see a change in that trend. So Euro USD, you see price respecting the 50% level of Thursday's wick low. This was that SMT I think I was talking about on Friday with Euro futures. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, we have that as a lower low on futures, but we are looking a little bit more bullish if we're looking at the FX pair. We didn't get that sweep of the low that we were looking for, but we did get it on futures, and we do have an SMT, and we can see now that we've had a decisive reaction to the 50% level here of the Thursday wick. So potential for price to move back up, seeking this bullish, this bearish FEG. So let's call that bullish for today. Let's drop down to the hourly. We do have a change in the state of delivery. I think one thing with the change in the state of delivery is if it's not instantly standing out to you, then it may not actually be a change in the state of delivery. So I could see straight away here, this is the leg that took liquidity. So we have this sweep. Okay. And then we have this displacement. Okay, on the move back, we have displacement, clear displacement here. So this is our change in the state of delivery. And again, price has chopped around a little bit. It's dipped into this level, but it looks like it has found support here, and we're getting a reaction back off this. So we're watching to see if we can get up to these highs. Again, we have this relative equal highs, these smooth edges here as a drawn liquidity. And we also have low resistance liquidity through here, and we have this series of equal highs here too. Okay, so bullish on Euro USD. All right, let's wrap it up there today, guys. Again, it is a bank holiday, so be very patient today. If you do want to enter the market, make sure you're looking for an A+ setup. Personally, I'll be sitting on the sidelines. Good day to do some journaling, review some previous trades. Maybe do a monthly review of your previous month if you haven't already done so. Otherwise, let's get back to it and get back to the charts again tomorrow. Make sure to sub to the channel, like the video, leave a comment below, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.